Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. Being a half-blood is dangerous. It's scary. Most of the time, it gets you killed in painful, nasty ways.
I'm scared.
She's a Percy Jackson fan. Well, she's Persephone, so that makes sense.
What time is it? What day is it? Easy to assemble? What does this do? Ow, ow, that hurts.
Them bitches blue as hell.
So, today we're at the Lotus Casino. We're losing money. My lotus flower is hitting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of the most exciting videos I've ever had the pleasure of filming and putting on the internet. The Percy Jackson TV series just debuted last week. I had an idea in the summer, you know, big reading girly over here. Let's start a series where we take our favorite book series and live like them for a week. Working title. If anyone has anything else better, please let me know. But basically living like a book for a week. And when I had this list, I had a giant list spread out. I had Emily Henry books, I had Percy Jackson books, I had Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. I had a lot of options, right? Only one book really made sense to start with, and that would be Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and in tandem Percy Jackson and the entire series. You might be wondering, we get that the TV show is coming out, Emma, but like, why do we care about Percy Jackson? I grew up on Percy Jackson, okay? I have a few items from the archives that will prove and demonstrate the importance of the series to me. I first read the series, I think at about age 8 or 9. Instantly obsessed. Now I can show you my Rick Riordan dedicated shelf that I have over here. I could talk about my trip to Egypt I took in March, where I was literally named a know-it-all on the trip because Rick did his homework with the Red Pyramid series. Or I could talk about just a few other things. Example A. I was literally Artemis for Halloween, and my outfit pretty much comprised of everything that a hunter of Artemis would wear. Adamant that I had to have a little silver thing on my head because that's what all the hunters wore. My mom made me a literal fake quiver. My cat is named Persephone. I literally went to Greece, 1, nerded out, 2, caption. But perhaps the biggest of all things is that I remembered that when I was in 3rd grade, I wrote an essay. And when I say I wrote an essay, it wasn't really writing an essay, it was more the fact that I copied the first chapter of Lightning Thief word for word, spelling errors included even though I was copying from a direct source, and turned it in as my own work. Sorry, Rick. But however, I changed one thing, and that would be I changed Percy's name. We don't know Percy Jackson, we only know Emma. Some self-insertion. I copied the entire first chapter and put myself as the main character and turned it in. However, I'm a memory hoarder, and I spent the entirety of yesterday digging out my room, ransacking it, to see if I could find this piece of literature, and honestly, I thought I had thrown it away. I thought it had been gone. I found my 3rd grade paper where I literally just stole the first chapter. Better yet, me stealing the first chapter. Sorry, Rick. I got an A on it. Amazing. You should save your drafts and maybe publish them one day. Now, I did change the title. I become a Greek demigod. Now, this is kind of cancelable, and in hindsight, I am sorry. But this is the face that wrote that essay. And I don't think you can cancel her. And above all else, it goes to show that I am a Percy Jackson superfan. Everybody knows Emma Topp will not shut up about Percy Jackson. This all comes to say that I figured I have to start off this series with this book. As a very loyal reader, I figured the best way to section up this video is into 3 parts. So we're gonna be covering training, mindset, and quest. I know it's gonna be covered. There's discourse about the movies versus the TV show. I will still argue there are iconic moments in the movies. While it is not a true adaptation, it's more of an inspiration, there are moments in there that are gold. In conclusion, Okay, so in the books, one of the biggest things that is mentioned, recurring theme, is that Percy eats blue food. It's mentioned in the books all throughout the series, between blue pancakes and waffles, to his mom only bringing home blue candy, to blue cookies and the blue birthday cake. So today, we're going to go collect a bunch of blue foods. Most iconically, we're going to get a cherry Coke and try to make it blue. Basically, I'm going to be ingesting a incredibly harmful amount of synthetic food dye. This feels very like red chamoy pickle kit, red 40, like blue 20 equivalent. Today is December 19th, which means that tonight at 3 a.m. the first 2 episodes drop. Percy Jackson Eve feels more exciting than Christmas this year. So we're gonna go see if we can find copious amounts of blue food dye at the grocery store. Now it's time for the best part, which is turning them blue. Classic blue, blue 20 food dye, and glitter. I'm gonna add an obscene amount of blue. Oh. It's looking blue. This would take you out, honey. I don't think you want that. Relax, you gotta get out of them. Oh, she looks so cute. Ah, careful. Whoa. Gonna chomp my finger right off. The cat, the pigs. We're looking good. The cat is very intense. No, you cannot have any more. That looks pretty blue to me. Our blue blondies, AKA our blueies, hoping they don't turn green. I mean, it tastes good. Let's get these in the pan for Stephanie. Can't be good.
She's a Percy Jackson fan. Well, she's Persephone, so that makes sense.
Please still be.
That bitch is blue as hell.
Skirt. That boy is blue. Okay, POV, mid-cooking brownies. Just put them in, relaxing 30 minutes to do whatever. I haven't even filmed the intro of this video yet. I haven't done like a full 1/3 of the video that's required for this. Here's my desk setup. You see the book, see the light, see the whole shebang. Making the fucking brownies. Countdown is on. 5 hours till the show comes out. It's 9 p.m. and they just dropped it on Disney Plus. So we're having an intermission because I'm putting on my literal shirt and I'm gonna watch the first 2 episodes.
What was that?
Whoa,
There's a high chance they might be a little raw on the inside. Just like a bit chewy.
Oh, high chance? Yeah, it's...
No, but no, is there flavor? Like, is it vanilla?
It's like a blondie brownie.
No. That's good.
It's good.
A brief minute, I was thinking of blue Play-Doh.
Okay. They're kind of yes.
Give me a smile. My Roman Empire is that someone told me I look like Annabelle.
I'm sorry, Annabeth? When Percy first gets to camp in the books, he is told that he can get anything in his cup when they're at camp dinner, right? So he's like, oh, obviously I want to have a cherry Coke. And then he waits for a second and goes, wait, a blue cherry Coke. So we're gonna try to make a blue Coke right now. I have searched all over YouTube for anyone else trying to do this, and the only thing I came across was a girl who fakely made a blue Coke. It was really cute, really aesthetic, light blue Coke. And I was like, honestly, what have we learned today? And what we've learned is that if you put enough food coloring in anything, it makes it blue. But in the books, when I imagined his cup filling with like cherry Coke, I imagined like dark blue cherry Coke, like cobalt. Which I think honestly, if I actually remembering, the line verbatim is like cobalt something, shimmering cobalt. If that is right, like honestly, that looks light enough that if I put dye in it, like you're gonna be able to tell. Insert our best friend of the night, the blue food coloring. Oh, just so delicious. Can you tell? It looks like ugly blue, but by a little, I mean a lot. This is exactly what I imagined in the books. And I know why Coke doesn't do this, because the amounts of blue 20 I've consumed this evening is probably reaching perilous, but okay, this is good, this is good. I think there were chunks. It's cherry Coke. I mean, look at that. I've also compiled various blue candies, as we saw from my haul, and that will be built tomorrow morning when I'm driving to go rehash the series in DC. When planning this video out 6 months ago, way long in advance, I was like, obviously there has to be some kind of Camp Half-Blood aesthetic. So at first I was looking at like Airbnbs in like Montauk. I was looking at Airbnbs and like cabins in the middle of the woods. I was like, I'll go out there for a week, read the books, make the food, make it very homey and cozy vibes. But then I was like, no, I'd be spending way too much money for just vibes. Let's see if there's any like summer camp opportunity things around here. Summer camps for 24-year-olds don't really exist. So I was like, okay, we need a Camp Half-Blood adjacent kind of moment. So I found a ropes course outside of Boston, and I was like, we're totally gonna go to the ropes course for a day. That was back in August. All of a sudden I blinked and it was November and December and it's freezing cold, ropes course no more. And I was like, shit, I have to like have a woodsy, athletic activity aesthetic. And like, what do they do in the book all the time? They're using swords, we have riptide, we're having archery, we're using various weapons. I'm like, what can I do? So I looked up fencing classes in Boston, and that was gonna be a whole like 5-class minimum, on guard for real, like tap fencing, the whole, it was not gonna be it. Once again, too much money for the vibe. Can you stop licking your butt back there? I'm just kidding. So as a fix, I was like, let's do some archery. In the books, it's notoriously funny that Percy is a very bad shot. Hunger Games has been trending. What better way to do this than to purchase my own archery kit? We're gonna unbox it and put it together. At first, I was looking for like a child's like Nerf gun toy because I don't want real arrows. I'm not shooting real arrows. I'm in the city. I don't have anything I can actually like hit. So I wanted suction cup arrows. The only one I found that was human size, like by human I mean regular person size, arrow. So it's half real arrows and half suction cups. This is good. Believe it or not, you can buy a bow and arrow on Amazon, then you have to assemble. They're all in Chinese. Oh, like that is so. Here is our spread. Instructions, suction cup arrows, bow, cute ass little wrist strap, the string, and some screws. I'm not gonna lie, this is not as like bungee as I thought it was gonna be. This is supposed to bend this. Okay, that's popped in. Okay, we have, ooh. The instructions are just pictures with labels. There's not actually any like discussion of like what's supposed to be happening. Oh, what? That? Had it on backwards, and now I have to stretch this thing to over here. Like, I'm scared of this thwacking me in the face. Ah, this is scary. How can people do this? Like, what? It's so scary. I'm like holding this with my feet. Easy to assemble. What does this do? Ow, ow, that hurts. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. My God. Ooh. Watch this. Has this thing, I separate this, I guarantee you, and I put this in here. Ooh, and it's literally, I'm not gonna shoot it in here because I'm gonna scare the fuck out of the cats. Okay, so I got the wrist guard on. I don't wanna like put this like on me, like in a I'm going to war fashion.
Oh, that's no. In the sense that, no. You know what I mean?
Okay, well that kind of looks dumb. All right, I'm gonna take the stairs up to my roof because I don't want anybody narking on me in the elevator. I'm going to bring sticky notes as a target to see if I can actually hit anything. Okay. Okay, so we're on my roof and I'm gonna see if I can hit anything. I also realized that I probably need protective eyewear. So I have my glasses on. Let's hope none of the neighbors come out onto this floor. This is the target. Reddit on here. Hello? Not the wind. What does a girl gotta do to like shoot a bow and arrow around here? I want you guys to see the stance here. Okay. I'm scared. I'm scared. What if it hits my thumb? The camera just fell off the tripod and I literally caught it. That was kind of good. These things don't stick to anything.
Oh, that's no. In the sense that, no. You know what I mean?
Training, mindset, and quest. How a typical hero journey would go. You figure out who you are, you figure out what you're good at, and you exercise those skills in the real world, hence a quest. Get into the mindset of Percy Jackson, train a little bit, sharpen my skills up, and then go out and do something. I also wrote down things to do and film. And something I wanted to highlight beyond the Lotus Casino, the Empire State Building, the blue candy, the blue Coke, was the Oracle. Anything you know from the books, the Oracle is this withered mummy lady who is in the attic of the great house, the big house, and she speaks prophecy, right? But she basically tells the heroes the future, X, Y, and Z. The Oracle tells the future, and I was like, listen, I have to do this in some way that's kind of funny. So I'm obviously going to get my tarot cards read by a psychic. And I had a psychic on speed dial for the entire video. Text my friend for her psychic, who apparently was a great psychic. Turns out this psychic has been ghosting people. So I lost my psychic that I was counting on. Could I have called another one up and dropped like $40 or $50 on like some random tale to be spun? Sure. Instead, I was like, what if I just take a bunch of quizzes and call that my future? Because that seems prophetic? Because that seems like a prophecy to me. Anyways, I'm gonna find out which god is my godly parent, which, newsflash, I already know, but I haven't taken it in a few years, so we're gonna find out. Any quiz that Rick has on the website, maybe even a test your knowledge quiz. A Greek mythology quiz? You came to the right place. Actually, we're gonna start with a quiz from Epic Reads. Who is your godly parent? You're starting down a path in a mysterious wood. Which direction do you go? North, south, east, or west? If I'm being fully honest, I wouldn't know any actual direction cardinally, so I feel like west is always kind of a good idea. Gold Rush. Which one of these companions would you trust the most? Where's the cat? Oh, all we have is a fox? I'll take the fox. Which element do you feel the most drawn to? Space, mind, power, time, soul, or reality? Oh, is this an Avengers quiz? As a neuroscience major, I feel like it's only right to say the mind. When faced with adventure, your greatest skill is definitely wit, not optimism, not strength. Selflessness, probs not. Intuition, a close second. Bravery, maybe a close third, but we're gonna go with wit. Do you believe in the power of prophecy? Yes, without a doubt. Probably gonna get Athena. A child of Apollo? The only thing you like more than having fun is winning. There's no doubt you'd be a demigod of many talents, from art to music to archery. And though you might get on your friends' nerves, true, you wouldn't hesitate to step in and defend them when things got rough. Our recommendation? Try honing that precognitive, neuroscience term, sense we know you have. Although I have no musical talent, so I don't know how that came about. Moving on to the quiz of all quizzes. BuzzFeed. Which cabinet camp half-blood from Percy Jackson would you belong in? Choose a weapon to fight. Bow and arrow, not my strong suit as we saw. Sword, maybe. Knife, no. Shield, no. Spear, definitely not. Medical aid, Strength, I'm gonna go magic. Choose something to control. Water, earth, fire, air, plants, outer space, appearance, or time. I've always been kind of a water girl, not to be biased. Pick a main character to fight with you. Physically, Percy Jackson, Annabeth Chase, Grover, Luke, Talia. Oh, Hot Tea from the show. Always thought it was Talia. People are now saying Thalia. I need to run a vote in the comment. Nico D'Angelo, or I don't need anyone to work alone. Oh, to fight with you. I'm gonna go between Percy and Annabeth. I mean, obviously. I've gotta say Percy. Pick a side character to fight with you. Tyson, Rachel Elizabeth Dare, Silena, Charles Beckendorf, the Stoll brothers. So we have the water thing. Obviously, I'm gonna go Clarice, duh. Which monster do you think you could beat? The Minotaur, Hydra, Medusa, any Titan, Manticore, Chimera, Cyclops, or Imposa. I don't even know how you say that one. Imposi. Just reread the third book. I feel like I don't have a good sense of anything without vision, so I'm not gonna go Medusa. Not really great with brute strength, however. Not vibing with poison, so no Manticore. Would be scared of a Cyclops. Scared of that too. Maybe I'm taking Medusa out. I feel like the Minotaur is slow, and I would know how to trick it based on my vast experience with this. Which monster would you lose to? Furies, Hellhounds, Oh, definitely the whole sea monster situation. Like, I would not make it out of there alive. I'm sorry. I know I live on a ship, but that's just not. Describe yourself. Caring, loyal, determined, smart, strong, powerful, uncertain, beautiful. I'm gonna go loyal. Oh, I got cabin 1, child of Zeus. You're a leader and maybe a little power hungry. You're the strong one in battle. So we've got Apollo and Zeus. So far, this is nothing what I expected. Next time you have a date, don't even bother asking them their zodiac sign. Just have them take a quiz on this. It'll show a lot more. Now that we've taken some quizzes and we've gotten our oracle reading, we've established that I'm pretty good at my Percy Jackson lore and that I'm Apollo, Zeus, and Poseidon. Now that we know all this lore about me as a demigod, there's only one other option of things to do. We have to go on a quest. What's the quest, you might ask? So obviously, we're gonna hit the Lotus Casino, and obviously, we're gonna go to Mount Olympus. Okay, so way back when I made the initial list for this video, I was like, the closest thing that I can get to the Lotus Casino is taking an edible and going to Dave & Buster's. I was thinking in terms of like casino vibes, like being in Richmond, there are no casinos. Blacksburg, no casinos. Like, they're literally not anywhere where I live. And I forgot about the fun fact that living in Boston now, we have a giant casino. Instead of taking edibles and going to Dave & Buster's tonight, we are taking edibles and going to Encore. I had my first casino experience last year for a work event. Was given like a couple days heads up, you're going to a casino for a conference, and it was so overwhelming, I wanted to cry. Let's be honest, the movie didn't do many things right. However, one thing the movie did iconically capture, the Lotus Casino scene in the movies. Anytime there are any vibes ever with Lady Gaga's poker face, that scene immediately comes into my brain. Those cookies ingrained into my brain. Everybody knows that crisp crunch. Everybody wanted one. Everybody wanted one. But we are going to Encore, gonna take some edibles, gonna have some drinks, and we're going to play some games. All in honor of that scene and the books, and most importantly, the vibes. I have my blue boots on. These are some of my favorite ones. Blue for Percy Jackson, obviously. I've got my blue nails that I'm keeping probably until the premiere.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I could take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way you like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company,
I want to get in there. I want to get on that.
Hey guys, so today we're at the Lotus Casino. We're losing money. We're going to the welcome to the Lotus Casino, where time does not exist. So the tea is we're not going to the high rollers room. Apparently its vibes are low. You can ask Roisin.
The vibes are money coming from the west and boredom coming from the east.
Combining to where?
Combining to all the lights are on and the money doesn't know where to go.
So we're gonna keep hitting the slots.
The fella named Joseph did say memoir.
What is memoir? I would like club. Taylor's my lotus flower is hitting. Love you, Isaac.
Is this on?
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's
Hey,
on.
is this thing on?
I wanna hold them like they do in Texas, please. Fold them, let them hit me, raise it, baby, stay with me. I love it. Love game, intuition, play the cards with spades to start. And after he's been hooked, I'll play the one that's on his heart. I'll get him high, show him what I got.
2:04 in the morning.
Come up to the high rollers. That's how you get free drinks.
We came upstairs. Now we're getting free drinks.
No, I didn't win anything.
What time is it? What day is it? 2023. Okay, don't make me check. Live update from Casino Cafe.
So I got 2.
This man rated this bagel 2 out of 10. How do you feel about it?
It's kind of mid.
Do you think I could try it? Oh, it's nice and toasty.
You said a 6. Yeah. You said a 2?
I mean, if you go to like a real bagel shop, you get a good bagel.
The bagel is chewy.
When it's love, if it's not rough, it isn't fun. I'll get him high, show him.
You know, I think Brandon's thing on. Where do you live at?
I'm from not a good place.
As the finale for this video, there was only literally one option I could do to really bring it home, go back to the roots. So today we're going to the Empire State Building for the first time ever, and we're dressed the part. So I'm in New York at Andrew's apartment, and I showed up here at 6 a.m. this morning. Ta-da! And we are going to purchase a Yankees hat, obviously. I had one once upon a time way back home in Virginia, and I don't wear one in Boston because I'm scared of getting jumped. So I'm buying one for this pivotal moment, because not only are we going to the Empire State Building, aka 600th floor, aka Mount Olympus, we're also going to the Met to see the statue of Perseus and the Gorgon. Pivotal, key, book and TV show moments happening here. I have my Hot Topic t-shirt, and I bought a time slot for the Empire State Building literally 3 days ago, 1:45. I'm gonna have someone go take my photo up on Mount Olympus. Obviously no theft will be occurring, no crimes will be committed as of right now. It's time to be a half-blood in New York City, so let's go. We've got the certified Camp Half-Blood Year 1 t-shirt on. A little ode to my king Rick Riordan. I'm wearing my cartouche I got from Cairo in March. What series did I read when I was there? The Red Pyramid, obviously. So shout out Sadie and Carter Kane, they're right here. Wearing my little jeans to complete the illusion, a little bit Rachel Elizabeth Dare vibe. This is a day that my 12-year-old self would die for, so. Okay, where's the master bowl? In 6th grade, I had a boyfriend that went to a different school. We talked on Google Plus solely. Wouldn't you call each other by name, as a normal couple would do? No, the entire relationship we quite literally cosplayed as Annabeth and Percy. Nicknames and all. Nicknames and all. Honestly, John, if you're watching this, which you're not, but thank you. I remember. You're probably like top 15 boyfriends of all time. Just because of that though. You actually weren't that great, but the Percy Jackson references did win. I think the best way I could summarize all of this is that when I wrote down a note a couple weeks ago saying dream blunt rotation. Taylor Swift, check. Rick Riordan. That's all that I need. I need lengthy discussions with the two of them. I'm sure they like each other too. He loves her. I listen to these playlists all the time. There are links.